To start, we have had a couple Ninja blenders that we purchased on our own, outside of the Vine program, around 4 and 5 years ago. This one was for a lower cost, and in return I will give my own, honest opinion about it. We've only owned other, cheaper, brands and types of blenders many years ago. And have never owned a Blendtec or Vitamix before. Just something to keep in mind that I am not able to compare personally, though, I have heard about from friends. Both of the blenders we purchased before are very similar. One was the type that is basically like a blender and a food processor, and the blades were placed inside the canister and the motor attached to the top of the canister lid. You would press down to blend. We actually still have that one and use it only occasionally for making things like hummus. Though, we will be giving it to my mom since this one is more powerful lol, but hey, it still seems to be working as good as when we first purchased it at least 5 years ago. The other was the Nutri Ninja, my. It was awesome for making smoothies. That one was 1000 watts and also had the Auto IQ feature, which we like a lot, and lasted us about 4 years before it stopped working right. What we make the most with this system are smoothies in the smaller cups and the smaller blade insert and nut butters, hummus, marinades and salsas with the OTH. It can quickly blend up a great smoothie. Even using mostly frozen items and leafy greens such as kale. You will not come across chunks and bits of kale that you will have to chew on. It blends so smoothly. Tip about the smoothies, though you will want to make sure that you do not overpack the travel-sized blender cups. There is a fill line marker on the side, and you will want to have at least some non-frozen pieces, banana pieces or kale leaves for example, and/or a little bit of a liquid added in. I'd say maybe 1/4 a cup or a little less. It's not necessary to do so, but that will help it blend a little faster and keep you from possibly having to stop a couple times to stir around the items and continue blending. Nut butters are my favorite to make in the other blending canisters. This system is much more powerful and makes it really easy to do so and not overheat the blender motor. There is also a good-sized vent at the back of the base to allow the motor to vent while blending. I like that this system includes different pieces for different uses and one main base for each. It's been working so great, we love it. Should I come across any complaints or if anything changes in function or quality, I will make sure to update, as I personally rely on reviews myself, especially for pricey items and those I hope will be worth it. I feel this one is worth it. With some blenders I've used in the past, I've had to be careful not to overload them and risk damaging the unit, but with this one, I have to be careful not to blend for more than a few seconds to avoid immediately obliterating whatever I put in. I've filled this full of ice and it crushed it into snow in no time. With the assortment of items you get in this package, it definitely has a lot more value than some alternatives that come with only 1 or 2 blending containers, since you have basically everything you could want to use with a BLE. I was blending oats into flour in the smoothie-sized cup, and I had to keep shaking it up towards the end to get everything powdery. Not the biggest problem, but it's about the only problem worth mentioning that I noticed. Now, does everyone need a blender as powerful as this one when something cheaper could work just as fine? No, but if you can afford the slight price premium, it's definitely nice knowing that there's basically nothing that'll stop this blender, at least in a private use setting. Click link in description for more reviews. Please subscribe only today.